2025 at 1700 Wallace Central Office Building. I'd like to welcome everyone. Everyone is present. Miss Becky is video conferenced in. I need approval of the agenda with the addition of adding item 6E, field trip to the 8th region to use a bus to take kids down.
I make a motion, we approve the agenda with the addition.
John so moves.
I'll second.
Miss Ashley seconds. All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. I'd like the board to take a minute to stand and let's have a moment of silence for Mr. Kyle Jones, a student here that was tragically killed in an automotive accident. Thank you. Public comments.
Hargis, I have something really quick. I forgot to mention it the last time. I'm Sherry Broderick. I'm through the Three Rivers Health District, but I also worked on a grant last summer that was awarded from Interact for Health, and it was to increase school safety for walking routes to and from school. That's something that the judge executive, Ryan Morris, and Mr. Arvin and I met on, and they are creating some bids for that to bid out the project, and so that's where we are with that. Once we get those bid specs, we'll bring it to you, and hopefully we will get rolling on that project as soon as possible. So we have 4 main areas that we're looking at is creating a sidewalk in front of the Rural Pines, like the senior living place there, and they're all about that too because they have a lot of residents there that are wheelchair mobility stuff too. So, and then creating a walkway from that area over to the upper elementary, and then creating a sidewalk from the 42 to the district office, upper elementary. And then Mr. Arvin made a good point when we were meeting. We use the school sidewalks for every 5K that is ever held in the city limits uses the school area, and there's not a walking loop as far as sidewalks go. So a sidewalk that will connect, I believe it's at the end of the end of the middle school that goes up.
Yes.
Connect right there in that grassy area. So we're going to bid it all out, and we're going to see how much money we have and what we can spend it on. So once we get there, I'll report back.
And Mr. Arvid, in your meetings, do you know if there's any, I guess, do y'all know how much you're gonna get on that yet?
Yes, so we received $100,000, but we're waiting on the last payment from that. And when they announced it, Interact for Health, they said that they were awarding us $120,000. So if they give us $120,000, we're going to take it and we're going to use it. So, but it could be 100 though.
The reason I was asking if, say, something come in at 130, or I think if we're getting all that done, I would ask the board to maybe entertain the motion at some point, like if they need an extra 10, 15 to get all the projects done that they're wanting done. At that time, maybe Mr. Arvid coming back to the board and asking if there is additional, sit and say, hey, would the board consider entertaining this to finish this project out? Because we've got the one project over where it was started and never finished. It still needs to go from, I think it's Wildcat Drive there, out to 42, and that section was never completed. When the city done a couple of years ago, Chuck Cash's first year here, when the city done the sidewalks, we give them the land to put sidewalks down. If you remember, it was supposed to run from 42 all the way back. They done the section from the right side where the high school parking is back to the mobile home park, but they never finished the front part of it.
Definitely. We can
I
do
can't
that.
speak for the fiscal court, but Ryan did mention if there's any gaps there too, that they could help with
Correct.
that as well, so.
I mean, the way
it'll be a team effort.
I appreciate the grants, but if we can, if say you all do come up short, then to get them all what you're wanting done, I think it would be good for the board to take a look at it to see what we can do on that to get the projects completed.
and I guess I should also mention, in addition to just sidewalks, a lot of it is, or some of it is lighting, and some is just some pedestrian, signage and things like that too, so.
And we did include this area over here along
Yes,
where the kids walk every day. Okay.
yes.
Any other public comments? Mr. Arbin, I'll let you have the floor.
Just a brief moment. It was tragic in the loss of the student. This weekend. It was very nice Sunday night. They didn't necessarily want to do anything big, but because he was a football player and was so close with all those kids that they kind of got a group chat about doing a little thing for the football team, and that very quickly spread to a lot of the senior class and some of the students. So they had a very nice little memorial that some of the family members came to Sunday night, to honor Kyle. And it was great to see, especially knowing that we were off school on Monday. They had opportunities just to talk to each other and share stories. So that was very nice. Kudos to our high school people that kind of threw that together at the last minute. Spoke with his mom and sister today. They've just been overwhelmed by the support of the community and everybody that has been in contact with them to help them. And he will have, funeral services, visitation on Friday at the funeral home here in town, and then a short visitation followed by service at the high school gymnasium on Saturday from 10 to 12, with the service being at 12. So we're obviously, again, keeping them in our thoughts and prayers, but just staying in communication with them about everything, and just making sure we're there for them during this time.
Anyone else? Moving on, board member comments. Miss Becky?
Nothing from me, thank you.
Miss Amanda?
Nothing, thank you.
Miss Ashley?
Nothing.
Mr. Jones? Reserve. Motion to approve the consent agenda.
I move to approve.
Miss Amanda so moves.
I'll second.
Mr. Jones seconds. Any discussion? Hearing no discussion, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. 5-0, motion carries. Recommended action, item 6A, review, approve, changing insurance broker from KMI and Liberty Mutual policies. Jake and I had talked, and then I spoke with Mr. Arbin. We give Chuck Cash, I believe it was last year and year before, the courtesy of him making that decision. We received an email from Mr. Arbin, and the board give him the same courtesy again. Jake was just wanting us to get it on the agenda. That way we had official action on it and things. Anything else on that, Jake?
Nah, just if you are gonna switch brokers, yeah, it does have to be by board action. So you saw the 2 letters in your packet.
Okay. Mr. Arbin,
No questions.
here no further discussion. Also move.
Second.
Mr. Jones seconds. Any more discussion? Miss Becky?
I'm good with it.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Item 6B, review, approve second reading of policy 09.2, student welfare and wellness, to add Gallatin County Schools as leadership group and strike the 2 words out that we did. We discussed that last meeting. We're just doing a second reading on it. We struck 2 words and added Gallatin County Schools.
I move to approve.
Miss Amanda so moves.
Second. Ashley's fine.
Miss Ashley seconds. Any discussion? Hearing no discussion, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item 6C, approve, discuss reading of the 2025-2026 school calendar. That was option
One.
option 1. I'll take a motion in a second, then we'll discuss.
I'll make a motion, we accept option 1.
Mr. Jones so moves to accept.
A second.
Miss Amanda seconds. Discussion. Any discussion on it? Ms. Becky?
Nope, no, none for me.
There are no, all in favor of approving, signify by saying aye.
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 All opposed, aye. Motion 4-1. Review approved Planet Youth Student Survey for 8th and 9th grade. That's what Ms. Sherry presented us last.
And I have emailed a copy of the updated questions. Did you guys all get a copy, or did you want it?
We did, we did.
We did.
Copies too, so, and then it is something that we can move forward with. I would like to send out, this letter that is explaining it to parents as well. And then the parents would have to opt in to allow their students to participate. And then hopefully have this included in your new registration forms for like the 2025-2026 school year. Because it is be for 5 years of testing the 8th and 9th grade students, or not testing, but surveying them.
And the parents have to approve this.
The parents have to opt in, yes, they have to sign it. They can sign it electronically or a hard copy. And so if it could be sent through like the Infinite Campus, or however, that's how they're doing it in other schools, is through the Infinite Campus.
I'll make a motion, we approve the amended student survey.
I have one more question, Sherry. So they can find out from you all the questions on here, right? The
Yes,
parents
and I would
can.
love to,
Okay.
I need a school contact as well, so if there's a school, I don't have it listed because I don't know who that would be, but I would put their information on there as well, and they would have be able to get the questions from them as
Okay.
well.
And anytime we sent that out, we would also send a copy of the survey so that parents would know exactly what they were opting in to.
I will second John's motion.
Ms. Becky seconds. Any further discussion?
One thing about sending the survey out to the parents, we don't want the kids to really discuss it beforehand. That would be the only thing. We want them to be able to answer without their parents' guidance, basically. We want them to be truthful as possible, so.
Any other discussion? There is no further discussion. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
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 All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item 6E, field trip. That's what I added to the agenda. They're gonna take a bus, I guess, Monday night down to
Yes, to the region.
the regions. Is there any cost to students?
No. Other than just to get in the game.
And that's what, $10, I think I
Costs
see.
plenty. I think it's
See something
$10.20 if you use a credit card.
Some
And
tickets.
District made you use a credit card.
It's on the bottom of the.
Yeah, I was just now seeing John said tickets are $10 at the door, cash or card. Please bring own money for food at game. Also move.
Second.
Mr. Jones seconds. Any further discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Any other discussion items that anyone has tonight? Going once.
No, sir.
Item 8, adjourn. Who's wanting to give me a, Mr. Jones? Second?
Second.
Ms. Ashley seconds. All opposed, signify by saying aye. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed,
Aye.
motion carries. Y'all have a good evening. Thank you all.